This is the Behind the Line podcast, and this is Pacific Northwest Headline News in 3 minutes for Monday, April 11th, 2022. Southwest Washington experiencing some weather whiplash the last few days. Last Thursday it was 75 degrees, and the temperature dropped off the next day. It rained for a couple days, and then Sunday night some areas in Southwest Washington received 4 to 5 inches of snow. Freeway was a mess, jackknife semis, roads completely covered in snow, schools closed, and the most of it's supposed to melt tonight and change to rain, so it's definitely very odd. An interesting note, though, was the exact same day last year that we got a freak snowstorm as well. Here's a great story you might have missed from Pasco, Washington. A Franklin County Sheriff's Sergeant thought he would have to shoot another officer point blank in the head to protect himself. The Soap Lake officer kept reaching into his jacket while resisting arrest for drunk driving. The Soap Lake officer also stole a police car from the department that he was a reserve officer for. The guy was also a retired police officer. Got drunk, stole the car, drove out and crashed it and into another car, and then drove further down the road and went off the road. When they found the patrol car, there were 4 beer bottles in it, along with a pistol, the officer's badge, and wallet. The sheriff's deputy showed up to find out what was going on, ends up getting into a fight with the deputy or the other officer who will not go into custody, and 4 passerbys had to stop and get control over the officer to get him finally into custody. There is a serious problem with alcohol in law enforcement. You can go on YouTube and see a slew of videos of other officers being arrested, sometimes by their own departments, for being drunk. They oftentimes get no real repercussions for their actions, and a lot of them keep their jobs. It's insane. Every day for the entire month of April, callers can listen to recordings from current Oregon poet Lorette Mojgani on a state-sponsored poetry hotline. Mojgani came up with the idea back in 2020 when he was appointed the state's chief wordsmith. And I don't care so much about the poetry hotline, but the state has a chief wordsmith? Are you kidding me? California public school enrollment has dropped for a 5th year in a row, a decline of 110,000 students, as K-12 schools struggle against pandemic disruptions and a shrinking population of school-aged children, among other factors like parents sick of crazy-ass teachers. And that was my opinion, not the article's. The fall 2021 drop follows a huge enrollment hit during the 2020 and 21 school year when the state announced a decline of 160,000 students, the largest drop in 20 years. Statewide, the largest drops by grade level were among 1st, 4th, 7th, and 9th graders. By race, the state saw the largest drop in enrollment among white students, a group that declined by 4.9%, followed by black students at 3.6%, Asian students at 1.9%, and Latino students at nearly 1%. They say this has been on a downward trend since 2014. Decline is not unique to Los Angeles or California. Parents are sick of it. Parents are sick of the government and the way they run the school system and the way teachers talk and treat our children. It's no surprise people are looking for other options for their kids, better options. This has been Pacific Northwest Headline News in 3 minutes. For more, visit BehindTheLinePodcast.com. Thanks for listening.